Hello and welcome to Guy Logic. My name is Temco and today we are taking a look at the Steam sale. So we've picked out 5 games for you that we feel you should definitely not miss out on. So let's get started with number 1 in no particular order. Wolfenstein: The New Order is off 85%, bringing it to the low price of €7.49. Set in a time period where the Nazis win World War II, you are thrown into the thick of the fighting with your dual-wielding shotguns and miniguns and machine guns and whatnot. The old-school combat mechanics, reminiscent of shooters from the 90s, coupled with the amazing story and sound design, make it so that this FPS is an immersive and intense experience from start to finish. And with a discount of 85%, it's almost a crime not to pick up this title and shoot some Nazis. Grim Fandango is one of the most acclaimed adventure games ever created. This remaster puts it back up on the chart for today's games. If you've never played the original Grim Fandango, now is the time to pick this title up. A fully redone texture set, new dynamic lighting, rescores of the full live orchestra music really brings the aging girl up to par. Being a point-and-click adventure, Grim Fandango gets most of its charm and strength from the unique mix of film noir and Mexican culture. Set with great character writing and visuals, the game makes you on a puzzle-filled point-and-click adventure of old. And while the game is a remaster, it hasn't lost any of its original charm, and if you've never played this classic, this Steam sale might be a good start. There is a caveat though before you dive in, is that there are reports that the game has quite a few bugs that have not been resolved. So, while I wouldn't recommend the game at full price, the discount of 80% brings it down to €2.99, which might just be worth breaking through a few bugs to experience this amazing point-and-click adventure game. Spec Ops: The Line does not sell itself really well from the outside, as it looks like another modern military shooter with brown graphics and shades of grey. And that is not far from the truth. But unlike most games that fall into the mediocre, Spec Ops does it on purpose. The main goal of the game isn't the shooting, it's the way the violence, war, and choices you make have a profound impact on your character and his psyche. Spec Ops takes the modern military shooter formula and makes you sit and think about the actual horrors of war. And for that, we recommend the hell out of this game, especially at an 80% discount. Just remember to bring your favorite comfort blankie because you will need it playing this game. Transistor is an audio and visual masterpiece, a story-driven experience that takes you for a ride through an immersive sci-fi world. Using a locked isometric view that helps rather than hinders the game's graphical style and gameplay, coupled with the many different ways to create your character's playstyle, allows for multiple playthroughs even with the linear gameplay. Backed up by a deep and interesting combat system that lets you plan, combine, and execute moves intuitively, the game will take you for a ride you will not forget for a very long time. If you like story in your games, you need to play Transistor, especially with a discount this steep. Skullgirls is what you get when you throw Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and your favorite harem anime in a mix. A 2D fighting game focused on team fights, Skullgirls is well balanced, well designed, and an amazing fighting game with a unique visual style. Every character in the game plays in their own unique way and allows for great team combos in both single and multiplayer matches, creating visually stunning effects that will keep you playing for hours on end. If you have even a remote interest in fighting games, Skullgirls is probably one of the best to debut in the last decade, deserving all of the praise she gets. And if you've been afraid of stepping into the competitive world of fighting games, Skullgirls offers an amazing and beautiful starting point. And with an 80% discount, there is no better time to dive into this game. Those are the 5 games we feel you definitely need to check out in this Steam sale. But before we sign off here on Guy Logic, there's 2 more games I would like to mention that have not made it on this list because we feel their discounts are just not that steep yet. But these games are pretty great, and if you don't have a desire to wait for a larger discount in an upcoming Steam sale, you might want to get them as well right now. First off is Prison Architect, that's off 40%. Now, Prison Architect just got released, and in my previous video I mentioned this game as one of my top 5 games of 2015. And I love this game to bits, and I recommend it heartily, but a discount is not that steep yet, and I understand if you want to wait for a larger discount. The other game I want to mention is Grand Theft Auto 5, which came out on PC earlier this year. Now, there has been mentions of recent updates breaking the game's performance quite heavily, and the discount of 40% only bringing it down to €35 might not be worth picking the game up. But if you are interested in Grand Theft Auto, this game is a very good example of the genre. And that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and we hope this helped you find some gems on Steam that will give you endless hours of fun. And if you like this video and would like to see more, press subscribe, like, share, or leave a comment. And we'll see you next time, right here on Guy Logic.